I was sleeping a bit, talking with IRL friends. Sounds fun. Good to know. Good to know. Okay, cool. All right, this is gonna be a first look at Tetra Legends. Tetra Legends, a game created by Dr. Ocelot, who's joining me tonight, by the way. Hey, Noel. Noel, good to see you. Hey, Ao Kama-san, welcome you guys. We're gonna take a look at a game that Dr. Ocelot's been working on, called Tetra Legends. It's my first time playing it, so yeah, we're just gonna run through it together. I don't know if you guys have seen it before.
Let's see if it destroys itself, because it should be fine, but you know, just my luck, it's just gonna probably break immediately.
Let me see how this looks on stream.
Alright, you're probably gonna push it down a little bit.
Push it down a little? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to push. Is that better? Even further down, or?
No. Actually, bring it up a little bit. I didn't realize you were scrolled down on the menu. I'm not looking at this right. Just that gray bar is bring it up a little bit.
Oh, this right here. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, first time playing this game. Let's see here.
As expected, it looks like those icons aren't loading at the top for the translate.
Oh, this is supposed to be an icon right here?
On the very, very top, yep. But,
is it due to the browser that I'm using, or what is
I just don't think I set up the font right.
Let me reload it. I'm gonna reload it just in case. Nope.
Reloading is probably not gonna fix it. It's alright, it's not a big deal. There's only 2 of them in the whole game, so it's not gonna break anything.
Okay, so I see right away. I can see like a ton of buttons, but I know that I want to go into controls to change my button controls. And while I'm doing that, why don't you go ahead and give maybe, like, I know we didn't prepare anything ahead of time, but if you want to give like a little introduction of yourself, of a little bit of your background, because I know you've been in the community for maybe 2-3 years at least. That's when I saw that you joined the Hard Drop Discord, but maybe not a lot of people know much about you.
Well, there's not really much to say. So my experience developing Tetris comes from modding Tetra.js. I made a mod of it, and for a while I liked how it turned out, but I kind of felt like the code base for me was not really easy to work with. And I decided, why don't I just stop trying to deal with this mess and kind of just get into making
your own game from scratch?
Yes.
So this game is from scratch, but So was a lot of the elements taken from Tetra.js? I know you said that's what you...
Really? No, okay. This is all from scratch, really. My experience with developing Tetra.js, of course.
Mm-hmm. Helped you big time with this one?
Yes, so... And I also been helping mine with Tetra Online, getting the game to feel right as well.
That's right.
And how to code certain things.
That's actually how this interview even came to place, because after the Q&A with mine, that's when you sort of introduced yourself to me and the game that you've been working on as well.
So the philosophy behind this game, as I said before, was mostly a single-player experience. And the reason why I'm picking a single-player experience is because we have already Tetrio and Tetra Online coming out.
Right, we do.
So do you really want another online game? Because the answer is probably no, right?
Well, I mean, not unless it adds something to it. Like it's something makes it stand out compared to the other 2 games.
Right, but I think they're taking different paths. It looks like Tetrio is just kind of like a prettier version of JS with a lot more polish.
So that's what you would describe this game as?
I'm describing Tetrio right now.
Oh, Tetrio. Okay, got you.
Yeah, so that game is the fast pace of JS, right? And the Tetra Online's a little different tempo.
Right, and it has more delays and things like that.
All right, so there isn't a lot of settings here.
Oh, in the video settings?
Yeah, I mean, there's not a ton of settings, so there's just a few. I don't know how powerful your PC is, but you may need to adjust these if it's not.
No, my computer should be able to handle anything that I throw at it. So I currently joined your Discord. So if anyone's interested, here's the link of the game that I'm starting to play for the first time right now. If you're interested in like doing it alongside me, you'd like to check tuning as well. Okay, that is true. I would like to.
So this isn't for everybody. Some people really want just the multiplayer experience, so that's why I think they should definitely check out the newer ones that are coming out. Tetrio and Tetra Online is going to be really great, and I'm excited to play Tetrio.
Oh, same
It's like
here. I mean, I'm excited to play both. I know that Tetrio this Saturday has their alpha public version getting released, and then for Tetra Online, the game that we were looking at for the first time last stream, that one is gonna be the 30th, March 30th. 30th is their public alpha. Yeah,
Alright, so
Aqua, you can. Go ahead. Go ahead.
you can go ahead and jump into a game if you'd like. You can check out the other options here.
Okay,
So I've
so
got a few different styles of the game.
we got your
obviously we got the continue.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry about that.
No, we got guideline here, and then below guideline was a button for completely custom role designed specifically for this game.
Oh wow. Okay, that sound immediately. Also, already it got the 20G master mode. Reminds me a lot of the TGM series. Now, is this mode like true to TGM timings, or is it sort of your own like timing tables?
These are personal timings that I
Okay. Okay, I haven't played High Gravity in a while actually.
Now the whole game is not appearing correctly a little. It looks like the bottom part's being cut off here.
Oh, on the stream. Okay. Let me.
Yeah.
Let me.
You can pause with escape or whatever button you set it to.
Okay, we'll get that taken care of now. Let me know if you see everything on the stream now, okay? Turn down the game. Okay, 1 second.
So you can turn it down by pressing backspace to go to the main menu.
Okay, backspace to.
I've yet to put controls, like hints for that.
Okay.
So
We'll give that a try.
I would expand it a little more down. How to make this game? I built this in HTML5.
Oh,
This is
so
browser-based.
okay.
Do you have a high refresh rate monitor by any chance?
I do. This is actually a 240 refresh rate monitor. Why? Is it like looking very choppy?
Actually, no. It's just that the particles are going a lot more faster than I designed them to be. I've yet to put them into the milliseconds. The actual game logic runs on milliseconds, though.
So is my refresh rate throwing your game off? Is that what's going on?
No, the game should play just fine. Just the visual effects may not appear entirely correctly.
Oh, like I don't even
Mainly
notice
the
right
particles are going to be a little bit quicker than how they usually appear, but that's fine. I've got to look into that real quick.
I definitely feel some slipperiness, and I think it's just me though, because I haven't played High Gravity in a long time.
It may be the repeat rate settings you've set.
Yeah, it might be. I wish I could make this game. Oh, that's an interesting thing to say. So, well, as you were developing this game and as you were working on Tetra.js modding it, like, is there a tip you would give to people who are like thinking of making their own game, or sort of like new devs to Tetris? Because you've been doing it for several years now, and I know you've also been helping mine out with Tetra Online. Like, what are some like basic tips you would give to someone thinking of making their own Tetris game?
So, the first thing to look for would probably be to figure out what kind of game you want to make. Now, if you want to make a guideline-based game, there are tons of resources, but I'd say don't be afraid to do your own thing as well. This game that you're playing right now is open source, so you can look at it.
Nice. Okay.
You can see how the game is designed, and take it lessons from the way it's coded.
So there's a GitHub repository, or
Yes, there is.
and where's the link for that? If someone wanted to look at the code for this game,
I'll drop that in. Just give me a second.
that's pretty cool that you made this open source.
So when you set the repeat rate to so low, it's going to be an instant transportation between.
Yeah, so that's the problem that I'm having right now. Cause okay, maybe you can help me find some good settings. This is my first time
Just
trying
hit
to get.
backspace. Go back to the menu with that, and then go check out the presets. I think you might want to look at those.
Oh, right here. Okay, that button. My eyes didn't even. They totally ignored that button. Okay, so let's see.
There's a few options that you can play with.
What is pro? Okay, let me. 100 and wait. That seems like instant, right? That's instant.
That's instant. Yeah, that's if you're like a maniac. You can try Tetra Online settings if you'd like.
Tetra Online. Okay, let me give that a try. But that does. Okay, I'll give that a try actually.
since that's what you've been playing with.
Okay,
Switch
okay.
Online, at least.
Alright, let me see how that feels. Oh, and there's the link to the GitHub repository for this game. If you guys would like to take a look at the code itself. Okay, it feels much better. Much better for me now.
I genuinely find that instant auto repeat makes the experience not very good.
Especially in 20G gravity, it doesn't feel right to me. But then again, like I never use instant dash anyway, so that's probably one of the reasons why it doesn't feel right to me.
Well, in 20G, what happens is it teleports to the other side, so it actually goes over gaps.
Oh yeah, when it shouldn't. Okay. Oh, that's actually pretty interesting because that's gonna allow for different stacking styles in 20. Like you're not stuck to you're not limited to regular 20G gravity stacking because now you can actually get over those gaps that you couldn't before.
So when it comes to master, it's just a basic 20G mode. It's not the Tetris effect curves. These are custom curves I did. Yeah. So with skins, right now this game is vector based. So that means it has infinite resolution. So no matter how high quality you stretch this game, it's not gonna have any problems. Now, for skins, I can allow bitmaps. I do plan on having a custom option, but there's gonna be a lot of presets or pre-built skins in the game. The images have to be separated because of the way it's set up, but you'll be able to put custom skins at some point when I get that set up for more custom options. So sorry.
No, sorry. But how long have you been working on this game? How long have you been?
Since October.
Since October, okay.
Yes.
Oh, go ahead. You were gonna say something earlier.
Because, I was curious if this game worked on high refresh rates, and I think because of the way that the game is looking, it does, which means it should feel better on high refresh rates. You should have more control because the actual game itself is based in milliseconds, besides 2 effects that are in the game right now, which
I can't even answer that question because I've never played it on low refresh rate, but it feels great. After changing the settings to what I wanted, I'm not noticing any type of dropped inputs or anything like that. If that's what you're wondering.
I would never recommend like instant ARR unless you're like that's like something that you can work really well with because it requires a lot of control and especially if not used to it, it's just gonna make the game feel too slippery, and that's personally my experience with instant ARR. There are initial systems in the game, so you can use initial rotation, and the way they're designed right now is if you press the key at any point during ARE, it will toggle it on. There will be settings for it to be a hold option instead of pressing it, like I had before. Oh, great. Twitch chat's not scrolling. There we go.
Sorry, I'm getting like kind of hooked on it, the 20G right now.
That's good. So I'm trying to make the game feel responsive. I don't know how your experience is.
Oh, it's definitely responsive. Like, it feels fine to me. No dropped inputs or anything like that. It almost feels like a game that I downloaded. It reminds me a lot of Nopamino's, like, 20G. So is there leaderboards for this yet implemented?
Leaderboards will be a later thing that I'm going to be looking for, only because I'm still tweaking the way the game is playing.
Okay, so we might as well...
leaderboards is just going to be continue to be cleared, like, every day as they update the game.
Okay, that's something we didn't really touch base on, is what do you have planned for this game still?
So there is quite a bit, you know, on the back burner. There was an arcade option in the main menu that is grayed out because there are no modes for it yet. So I plan on making games that just so happen to play like TGM modes. They're not TGM modes, they just happen to play like it, right? And then someone wanted a Sega clone, a Sega arcade clone, so I'll probably put that in as well. Now those modes, again, will probably be a later thing. I need to focus, so when you start a mode, it starts it instantly. There is going to be a screen where you can configure like the certain settings of the game. So for Marathon, you can configure the line goal. and such like that before you start the game. That's not yet implemented. The reason is because designing the menu is harder than designing the game for me, believe it or not.
No, it makes sense. UI design?
Yeah, because the trouble is that I have to get it to work with the keyboard inputs too.
Oh crap.
So, with that in mind, designing an interface is a lot harder than if I just had to use a mouse. It'd be much, much easier. But I wanted to have keyboard support for the menu because I might also move on to controller support too, which won't have a mouse option as well. And as for phones, yeah, I'm going to be putting on-screen buttons simply because the swipe controls aren't going to work for some of the modes, because the way some modes have fixed auto shift. Specifically, the retro modes do, and some of the arcade modes will as well.
Crap.
A bit delayed on my screen, but I can see. If you're talking about TGM clone modes, I don't know if I'm going to actually put credits behind it, but there will be, of course, the invisible and other roles when I get into that part. You're doing really well.
Am I? Jeez. I don't know. I haven't played High Grav in a long time.
Well, then you're treating him better. And I don't know,
it's pretty fun though.
But you've just come back pretty far.
Oh no. Okay, I don't think I'm coming back from this one. Damn it, okay. Pretty good, pretty good. Will there be a credit roll when you finish the game? Oh yeah, okay, so like, let's say you make it far throughout each of the stages. Is there something special at the end, or does it just continually get faster and faster? With
Are you talking about particularly this mode?
Or in any of the modes?
As of right now, there are none like that, of course, but I would like to have something like that. Because like I said, I will be cloning some of the TGM modes into here.
Oh wow. What is this?
So this is
What did I just enter accidentally?
This is what I would consider the hardest mode in the game right now.
Oh, okay. And why is that? What makes this the hardest mode in the game?
Well, you'll have to see as you play.
Oh, okay. If I even make it that far.
This is the custom rule that I was talking about.
Okay, custom rule.
The rotation system, randomizer, and speed curves are completely designed from scratch. Which means this is not using 7-bag, this is using a different randomizer. And the way it works is kind of hard to explain. But you can't draw a piece for more than 13 pieces, and you can't get the same piece within three pieces, is basically the best way to describe it.
Does any game use that, or is that something you kind of just... Only this game has that?
This randomizer was designed from scratch.
Do you know, there's something similar to that, right? Like, what is do you know, like, Memory 4? What is that type of randomizer? Like, I've heard about it from TGM series, but I don't know too much about it, like...
Memory 4 isn't quite like that. I'm not familiar with it as much as it was. That is actually not something I'm really right now. Last I checked. I'm pretty sure, like, there's obviously a history of 4 pieces in it. I have to look that up.
Wow, I like this mode the best so far. It's most visually, like... Oh, okay, I hate this mode, actually. This is the worst mode in the game. Let me try it again. Actually.
There is a quick restart button that you may have had.
I don't even know if I set that one up, but I'll definitely set it up later.
By default, it's R.
Hard drop.
So you jump right into the hard modes.
Okay, so I will admit, there's some... I do feel some, like, lagginess in this mode compared to the previous one. And I don't know if it's all the effects going on, or what. And I don't know if it's coming up on stream, but there's like performance lag on this mode. computer
Is there?
performance. Yeah. So if that's the case, what should I turn down?
It is hard to see on the stream. Like, do you feel like
Dropped inputs, and I also feel, like the computer's struggling. Like the frame rate is not constant.
okay, that could be a result of the particles right now. I'm still working with those.
Okay.
Because the particle system is from scratch. You can turn them down or off
Okay. Give me 1 second.
if you'd like.
Yeah, I think for me, since my refresh rate is so high, like, the particles are disappearing so fast anyways, where if I was to turn it down, it'll be okay. Yeah, okay, so I actually do love this mode. But it is lagging, so give me 1 second, let me... Video... Particle limit... 50. Okay, this probably will help a lot. And let's turn the particles up. Hey Eric, what's up, Neptune? Do a refresh? Should I? Okay, let me... If I refresh, all my settings are still saved, right?
Settings saved to local storage, yeah.
Cool, cool. Okay, let's see if this helps. Tetra X Pro mode. Okay, so far feels great. Hey, thanks for the host, by the way.
Because from my understanding, I thought the refresh rate was limited to 60 on
Browsers? That's
yeah.
that's possible actually, but I think that I turned the refresh rate limit thing off using some type of, I forgot why though. We were playing some yeah.
Oh. Okay.
There's like a flag, a parameter that I turned off for my browser. And I forgot why I was playing something.
It's running faster than alright. I'm not sure if the game would feel better if you turned it to 60.
It probably would. Give me a second though.
Because like I said, because it's running at a higher refresh rate, you may have more control over the game than you would at 60 Hz.
I'm trying to remember why I even removed that cap. It was for some other game that I was playing. But turning down the particles definitely helped the performance. It feels... I'm not getting the same problem.
I'm sure if we were on 60 Hz, it would run a lot better.
Okay.
But yes, video settings are crucial for that reason, because particles can be intensive because of the way it is designed.
So what's your favorite mode in this game?
So far, honestly, I am really digging the classic modes. Specifically, there was a clone of Tetris DX.
Tetris DX. Oh, okay, okay. Now that's a game that I see people speedrun a lot.
It does need a bit of tweaking to the speed curves of the DX mode because they're not actually accurate.
Oh, okay,
Try
okay.
pressing R on your keyboard real quick.
Okay, there you go.
The game.
Awesome, yes, it does.
And you can do that in the game over menu as well.
I bet watching me, like, struggle with this stuff is frustrating. You're like, I implemented that feature for a reason.
No, because I meant to put a controls guide in the bottom right corner that would say keep pressed. The problem is that I also, at the same time, am working on making this game translatable, and it already has like 5 languages.
I did see that on the main screen. There's even a translate button. Now, is that to translate the game, or is that for people to translate the game for you?
The one at the top is supposed to be the one that's like the language. The image is not appearing correctly. I have to look into that. I think I have the font set incorrectly. I was messing with those because we're having trouble with Chinese fonts because they have similar characters than Latin fonts do, so they take a long time to load. I'm trying to find a way to optimize them the best. I may have messed up that.
I forgot how fun 20G is. Like, 20G you don't need multiplayer to have fun on. I will say, this game is freaking beautiful. Okay, my brain was like perfect clear, and then it forgot how to work.
Nice for clear though.
Thank you. Okay.
I'm still working with Tetra X curves of speed and getting them to be just right. This game, the goal for this, particularly when you're playing, is 200 lines.
The goal for this mode is 200 lines?
Yes.
Oh, okay, okay. Alright, now I know what's... Okay. Is that timer on the bottom the lock delay? Someone asks.
Okay, so on the bottom you're gonna notice there's a white bar.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I do see it. Okay. Yeah, so let me see here. I haven't even looked at anything yet. There's a score thing, a level, lines cleared, pieces, and then, yeah, there's the delay thing. I'm guessing lock delay at the bottom, right?
Yep, it's dependent, and on the stuff on the left side is depending on the mode. Some modes show other information. For example, Master for Guideline shows the entry delay. Now, something with this game that I've not seen with, I don't think any other animated or any other Tetris game, is that if at any point during line delay or entry delay, the timer freezes at the bottom there. It's keeping track of the amount of time you've played the game. So if you're on sprint and during the line clear, the timer freezes until the clear is over.
Oh!
Which is something I don't know if it's ever been done before, but that's something I decided the direction to take for this game. Since this game does have delays in it.
Okay, so...
I'm not cloning JS stress or anything else I'm making.
In other words, sprint records on this game would only be applicable for like sprint records on this game because it's being counted differently than other sprint games, right?
Yeah, so sprint records. I may add a mode that could that has like the standard 0 delays, like that you can access to do regular sprint. But the regular sprint records, since you actually have more time to think in between pieces, but your timer's still be short, you actually have an advantage.
Yeah. I think a pretty huge advantage. Oh.
So with Tetra X, there's only fall reset, there's no step reset. I'm sure you noticed.
Yeah.
Now I tried, now this rotation system, I might still have to tweak.
Wait, is it not just SRS? Is something else?
This is not SRS.
Oh, this is not? Okay.
This is a completely custom table.
Is that why I'm misdropping so much? Yes, it is, right? Please say yes.
That could be a reason, I don't know. But with this one, the first kick it tries is 1 above, which means that when you rotate a piece in place in 20G, it doesn't actually like move to the side or anything, it just stays in place. The neutral positions are still SRS based, but the actual kick table is completely custom.
Dude, this mode is cool. I'm hooked on this mode.
Are you?
Yeah, I should probably demonstrate some of the other modes you worked on though. Yeah, I think that's my favorite mode in the game. I can already tell.
I see you can get to level 8 though, because something happens level 8.
Oh, okay. Then let me get it real quick right now for you.
I'm not gonna reveal that unless someone's gonna spoil in the chat that may have seen it before.
Level 8, okay.
Unless I changed it. Sorry, it's actually level 9.
Oh crap. I don't know if I can even make it, but we'll see. This is try hard mode now.
The delays drop. The lowest lock delay is 225 milliseconds. In this mode. So yeah, that T piece that you misdropped there, that was a result of probably not knowing the kick table for this mode.
Okay. Yeah, so
Because
any
it
misdrops
moves
you
to the
guys
left.
yeah, any misdrops you guys see is because it's not SRS rotation. It's not my fault. Oops.
I'm not sure if you've been paying attention, but every time you level up, the piece preview drops by 1.
Oh, That goes to show you how much I use the piece previews. There's piece previews in this game?
You're probably using the very first one. It doesn't go... Originally, the piece preview disappeared, but it was too frustrating, so I took that out.
Did you guys notice the people on... Oh, crap. The people watching on stream. Did you guys notice piece previews disappearing? You're probably just gonna say yes when you did.
Some people did, yeah.
Oh, they did? Okay. Oh, crap. Man. Okay, let me refresh this. It felt kind of... Wait, you said try to do 60... Let me see. Because I did,
It's... I don't know how
yeah, see, so I did disable frame limit. This is the extra flag that I did. So, and disable GPU VSync. I forgot, like, what game I was playing where I turned these off, but... Let me try these, just standard, okay? Standard settings. And see if it feels any different.
So, someone asked why I'm using a different rotation system. This is just a different rule of the game. There's still guideline modes available. This is just a separate... There are multiple rules in the game. There are retro modes you want to check out, too. I'm not sure if you're a big retro player, but they are there. So they're worth a look.
Okay, let's see. Hopefully this feels different now.
It might feel better or worse, we'll find out.
Yeah, okay. Guess we'll find out right now. Oh, it feels so bad now. Hang on.
That's not right, because the particles are still going at high speeds.
Okay, really? Okay, Let me close completely.
So it's still refreshing at above 60 hertz.
Okay, try again like that. Maybe I close completely. No, something's wrong here then. I can already tell it feels weird.
Well, you were playing with a much...
Hang on. Wait, does this look normal to you? Does this look how, like, it
No,
should?
it does not look normal
okay.
to me, that's why.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's wrong because I already turned off the 2 flags.
That is... I'll have to look into that. You know, it's still, you know, an early phase. This... I'll have to put that in my notes.
Yeah, yeah, and if you're making changes and you need someone to test if it's working properly, feel free to let me know. Yeah, there's some like unstable. It doesn't. Something feels weird or off.
Oh, 1 second. Give me a second. You can play a slower pace mode.
A slower pace mode?
Hang
on. Particles 50. Particle size. Particle volume? Does that matter?
So the higher number means it just generates more, and the lower means it generates less.
Okay. Yeah, I think changing the settings, the launch settings of the browser broke some stuff.
That's interesting, because technically it shouldn't be running it. Have you tried closing all instances of Brave?
Yes. Okay, let me do that again now. Okay. Make sure it's not running somewhere. Yeah, that's all the instances.
Strange.
Okay, we'll try again. And then we'll even refresh it one more time. And then it should be good, right?
Probably not. I mean, you know,
nothing changed, yeah. Yeah, it still feels the same to me.
That is certainly interesting. Because that shouldn't be happening.
Do I need to clear cache?
Clearing cache wouldn't change anything. It just shouldn't be running at higher than 60 now.
But it is, right?
Tell you what, real quick, since
Yeah.
we're here, you know, may as well just look at this since I don't have a high refresh rate monitor.
Okay.
You can pause it and then press Control-Shift-I. I don't know if you have the same dev tools as stock
Okay.
Chrome. I want to see what
Can
comes
you
up.
can you view, or do you need me to move it?
No big deal. Just click. All right. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna click.
It's on the fly updates.
On the fly. Okay.
This Q&A plus we're working on this game together.
Well, click like anywhere on that dev window and then press escape. And at the bottom should appear like a new thing should pop up. Yeah. All right. So click the 3 dots next to the word console and then select the rendering option.
Okay.
And then you can check a box that lets you show the frame rate.
FPS meter?
Yes. And with that on, see what it's telling you.
238?
Yeah, see, that's going faster than what? That's going faster than 60. So.
Yeah, oh, so it's supposed to be... Okay, so... Yeah, I don't know how to lock it then. Oh, you know what? Hang on, okay? It might... I might have enforced VSync off specifically for Brave browser. Let me see. Oh, I'm using G-Sync. I don't know if that matters, but...
You might want to disable...
Disable G-Sync?
Well, wouldn't that sync with the refresh rate?
It's supposed to.
Oh, for NVIDIA?
Enable for full... Oh, well, that's only for full screen.
No, you had that argument, disable
Here,
GPU VSync on there, didn't you?
I did have that. It might be this, actually. I might have, like, purposely... Hang on. Brave browser. Okay, so let's see. Vertical sync off? I should turn it on, or?
Well, vertical sync would rock into
yeah.
the monitor, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'm not sure. So this is the first time tested on a high refresh rate monitor.
Yeah, it was intended to work, but hang on.
It's a dev stream now?
Apparently it is. That is very strange, because I don't know. Because everyone that's tested didn't have a high refresh rate monitor. You're the first.
Ah, you see. I broke your game. It's still working though. It just feels weird.
Well, you can turn your settings back on if it was feeling better before.
It was feeling better before for sure. I mean, thing is, I don't remember what those arguments were.
Oh, I'll send them to you on Discord.
Oh, you saw them? You saw them earlier?
No, yes. I can just get them. People post them everywhere, so I can just grab them. If Reddit would take the time to load.
Cool, thank you.
Right. There you go. I'll send it to you. I'll just DM that to you.
Can you just post it on the Twitch? So I can just copy it from Twitch without going into my Discord. Okay, thank you.
Things going wrong on stream. I knew it was gonna
happen. Not even, dude. Alright, hang on. This should feel better.
Just make sure there's space between the dash args. Otherwise you may run into problems. See if that feels better now.
Yeah, it's there.
Alright.
Let me see. Oh, same thing. It feels the same. I don't know what happened. Alright, I'll try to make it, never mind. You have me like super curious what the heck the level 9 thing is.
I could squill it for you if you want.
Mm-mm.
Or you can try to find it yourself, alright.
Yeah, I want to find it myself. Even if it's not on stream, I want to find it.
Someone suggested pentaminos or how do you pronounce that? And no, probably not going to put that.
Pentaminos?
Technically they're possible, but I would have to write some lines to to handle some. Like for example, there were no kick tables for those, so it would feel really bad.
What am I doing? Why didn't that kick in?
I can try to limit it on code.
Wait, no, don't do that. Don't make changes just for me, okay?
I mean, like in terms of frame rate, because this is a real issue.
If username equals blink or something.
If username equals blink, no, I was more focused on seeing if I could limit the refresh rate to 60.
Oh, okay. Oh, like force it to everyone, right?
Because from my understanding, it seems to be working that well. So, at higher refresh rates, which I honestly probably expected. I had no way of testing it, unfortunately.
I will be your test subject for high refresh rate.
240 hertz monitor, whatever you said.
Yeah, 240 hertz.
Yeah, you're a maniac.
Not really, like, it makes no difference.
That sounds awesome.
It was on sale for $300.
Really?
Yeah, during close to Black Friday. Yep. And I was like in the market for high refresh rate anyway, so I'm like, okay, let's do it. It's a sign I need to get this.
Someone got to level 7.
I mean, oh, I got to 8 earlier? Okay.
No, actually, I think you got to 7. I don't remember.
I think I got to 7.
9 is what happened.
Yeah.
This place, okay, I gotta...
Okay.
I'll probably look into that at a different time because it seems a little bit more complicated than what I initially thought for forcing a limit on the refresh
Okay,
rate there.
no worries.
So the plan with this game is to just kind of create like a nice single-player game you can play in browser.
Mm-hmm. I'd say that you accomplished that. Oh, crap. What? That did not hold.
Oh wow.
Forgot, this is not guideline. I was like, where is my T-piece? But I was oh, there's something going on. Sometimes a piece disappears. Yeah, is that on purpose? Does sometimes a piece straight up disappear?
What do you mean by disappear?
Like I swear, like it just disappeared. Or was that just me? Like it just like
is something missing from the screen there?
no. Like I had a piece and then I think I don't know. It could have just it might have just been me, but I felt like
Something must
I
have
I saw a piece in my piece previews, and then it was no longer there.
Yeah, it just vanished.
Wait, are you trolling me right now? Wait, is that a part of the
A
game?
little bit.
Okay.
You reached level 9.
Oh, that was level 9?
But the whole queue disappears level 9. Completely, you can't use it.
So that's what was going on.
That's why you weren't able to use your...
Oh, okay. So once you hit level 9, you have no more piece previews.
But you get the preview for the next piece, but you can't hold the piece anymore.
You cannot. Oh, you can no longer hold.
Yeah, hold disappears level 9.
Oh, okay. So I knew something weird was going on, and I wasn't sure what it was. Because it seemed like
and
multiple
then you have
weird
to
things were
finish the
going on
game.
at the same time.
Hard drop.
So that's why it probably fell off right there, because you missed. I'm curious to see if someone will beat this mode if it needs to be rebalanced. I'd imagine it's possible to play holdless.
Wait, so
But-
how do you beat this mode?
200 lines.
Oh, okay. What was I at? Before?
I have to rewind, but I have to do it in a really weird way because Twitch is strange with the way I get rewind features. Can I change something? Getting this to work is the funniest thing. No, not clips.
Oh, what the F? Okay, maybe that was just me.
Oh, does it feel bad, or is it?
So in this mode, aside from score, is there any other benefit to clearing Tetrises? Like I could just stay low and clear a bunch of singles. It'll be fine.
You can say like the goal is survival more than score, but I guess you could make a contest for score if you wanted to. Really kind of put a stake there. Okay, so since we're here, there is something else to talk about in regards to this game and Tetra.
Okay,
Online.
yes, please do, please do. Sorry, I didn't really prepare any questions or anything like that. It's just sort of like
it's fine.
diving into the game and trying it
I'm
out.
you check out the game and just kind of seeing what it has to offer and just giving your thoughts on it, what I can do to change things. But basically, that's what I was saying. This game and Tetra Online are going to be considered part of the same franchise.
Oh, same franchise.
We, mine and I are. It's they're free games and everything, but we're kind of like teaming up a little bit, if that makes sense. And into a little mini dev studio, we might make more games that are like maybe more original puzzles or something of the sort. These are the focuses we're having right now, but they're
Dude, that's
are
awesome
of the
to hear.
same series. Which is why the sound effects are identical right now.
Oh, I just noticed that. I haven't played enough of Tetra Online except that one day. I'm still waiting for the alpha version on the 30th.
Yeah, we're working on the UI. I think that's the biggest hurdle right now.
So
always the UI more than the game, it seems.
So how long have you been working with mine on developing games?
With mine, I've been working since he started Tetra Online. Mainly, I've been helping him, like, by telling him ways
to like improve his code, implement things.
Just, I'm not saying like I know everything about Tetris, but just because I've done a Tetris game before, I told him kind of the certain methods he should use to coding. That's why the game feels pretty good. Someone talk about voice acting. I can't talk about anything about that, unfortunately.
Mine did. Mine talked about it a little bit last time.
Mine talked about it, yeah, but I can't say anything about it.
Okay. How would you explain your dynamic with mine is?
He's a really good guy, honestly, like genuinely. So, you know, a lot of times we do this call in chat. But we do work with each other on trying to, because you know, he helped find bugs in my game, and I also help with his game as well. So the pieces in mine's game are also actually designed by me, like the skin.
Oh, nice. I haven't given any of these other things a try yet. Okay, let me try. How come arcade is not? Oh, this is not implemented yet. Arcade is not implemented.
There are no arcade modes currently in the game.
Okay, let me see what retro is. Deluxe. What is this, Game Boy wannabe? Is this Game Boy style?
this is not well. This isn't like the one everybody knows about. This is a more of an obscure Game Boy game.
So there's no hard drop on this, right?
No, none of these retro modes have it. This one is based on. This one's based on the Tetris DX for the Game Boy Color. So it's a little more advanced than the other two retro games because it has a lock delay and some kicks, very limited amount of kicks. Basically, there's one kick for each piece, based on an alternate center it has. If that makes sense.
Yes, I'm totally not paying attention. I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. Tetris can be very you kind of lose yourself in. So, speaking of Tetris Enhanced Retro Mode, I got a lot of complaints about that one, and the problem was it was not accurate. So with this one around, I'm trying out a way to make this one a little more accurate with retro modes. You know, this one needs some work. The speed curves are not correct, and there's a couple mechanics I need to implement still, but most everything is right with this one. The other two should be pretty good so far. I'm missing a couple things.
So this one's pretty accurate to Tetris DX, right? DX?
Yeah, that's what it's based off of, okay. Yes. It's for the Game Boy Color. Again, it's not a game a lot of people played.
I see how about my streams that one?
Yeah, he does. Alright,
I feel like this can go for a while. I might hop back onto the...
Try some other ones out. At least like get a feel for the other ones.
For sure. Handheld and console. I wonder what those are. No, okay, so this one's Game Boy, yeah? This one's Game Boy.
This one is, yes, based on the Game Boy. I felt the DAS in Game Boy, it's horrible.
I think the DAS in Game Boy is it not the same as the DAS in Nestros?
It's actually way slower.
It's even slower, okay.
Just hold it down and you can feel
look at this, you know what this reminds me of? Tetris Friends before they had DAS settings.
Oh,
like, yeah, this is Tetris Friends before DAS settings, where tapping was the fastest way to get your pieces where they needed to go.
That which, by the way, you're talking about 80 Flying Cars is a thing that I did implement because it has the same kick mechanics. So I am still working on trying to get console to be more accurate than Nestros. It's not perfectly accurate yet. I'm trying to see how to make it better.
Are these the actual Minos from NES? Okay.
But they're rebuilt in vector format, but they look identical.
Incoming cease and desist letter.
Oh, maybe, we'll see. You see, I just happened to put these and they look just very similar.
But they're different.
They're actually very slightly different because there's a couple of pixels that are not the same.
There's also that effect when the piece locks. Where flash it glows. Yeah.
And it's got the level up animation, color change.
Legally distinct Tetraminos. Yeah, make sure you guys join the Discord server to read about active development on this game. I'm gonna go hop back. What's quick play actually? Let's see. Is it just randomly?
Marathon.
Oh, it's marathon. Okay.
So you notice that
this actually feels smooth.
Has...
Wait, how come now it feels good? Wait.
You might not be used to the way Tetra X feels at all.
No, there's like a performance difference with Tetra X. Let me see.
Try Tetra X's standard.
Now it feels fine. Something changed. It feels good. You gotta unlock the performance by entering other modes first. You see, I
guess the game felt bad for how slow the DAS was in handheld, so it just...
Possible. Now anything would feel good.
You actually beat it this time?
Yeah.
Well, I believe in you now, but you gotta stick true to your word. This is it.
This is it. This is it.
But yeah, there is a translation crowd in for this. If anyone wants to try translations, if they really feel like it, it's available.
What languages are you looking for? Just all the languages? Pretty much?
Anybody can contribute a language. It might not be available like on the site. You have to ask me to put it up there. Right now, we've got Chinese, Italian, Japanese, Spanish, and that's it right now. That's a pretty good layout, actually. People have been really helpful, and they're very thankful for them devoting some of the time to be translating part of this game. And it's going to be an ongoing process because there's going to be more stuff added, of course. But I appreciate any and all help, and it's really great seeing a lot of people so interested in the game.
For sure. Oh, that spin didn't work. Why is that?
That's because it's not the same as SRS.
But can you get the piece there? Or it's not even possible to get it there?
It's probably possible if you build like the walls on the side. Twisting in Tetra X is a lot more strict because it prioritizes up more than it prioritizes down the tables. There's a lot of
Is that gonna be a feature in the future where you could select rotation system? No, or that is the.
I probably should have mentioned that. Yes, there will be an override. Now, if there were leaderboards, it would be considered a cheat and would disqualify you. But
But if people just want to play with it,
overrides.
okay.
So you could play with SRS when I actually implement that, and the colors would match automatically to SRS, although you will be able to override the colors yourself as well. I do plan on having customizability. There may be other cheat-like settings. Maybe you can disable the delays if you hate them for that much for some reason. I know playing this without delays is something worse, though. Honestly, I want them for the 20G modes, but you will be able to play this with SRS if you really want to.
Okay, so that leads me to another question. What made you decide to create your own rotation system? Like, what did you not like about SRS where you're like, nah, not for this game?
I have no issue with the guideline. The reason why I've made a custom rule is just to kind of give this game something of its own.
Oh, okay.
Some kind of thing that's like, kind of...
Makes it unique.
A little bit, yeah. And it also makes the development process a little more interesting, trying to develop something that's like custom for the game. So it's a lot more fun than just matching what's on a text document that I'm not supposed to have, but they failed to keep that confidential. So.
Okay, so these spins work. The ones that are in the well work.
Yes.
But not the standard ones. Okay.
Now, we may put this rule in Tetra Online, as mine said, but I think there's going to be a focus on Guideline and Tetris Online. I think it's just kind of might be like an extra feature. Kind of like you can probably put in rooms, but it's going to still be a Guideline game, Tetra Online. Obviously. I'm sure this one has flaws, that's why I'm trying to get people to try to play test it so I can adjust the kick tables and everything. This one's a bit more optimized for 20G play in terms of like actually manipulating the pieces, but the kick system for Tetra X is the immobile system with full spin.
No!
I saw that.
Ah!
You got this, don't worry.
Don't panic, no matter what. Oh, time to panic. Oh, what the F just happened? What just happened? I don't understand. Pretty fun mode, I must say. This is, I can see myself pouring hours into Tetra X, by the way.
So yeah, there's gotta be more modes. I'm open to many ideas for what we have there.
So how does that work now that you are splitting your time between two games? Like, what do you...
2 games?
This and Tetra Online, since you're actively developing both, right? Alongside
so mine is writing all the code for Tetra Online.
Okay.
Tetra Online is written in Java, not JavaScript, and I don't know strongly typed languages. My experience is with browser-based languages like HTML and JavaScript, of course. So I've been telling him kind of like the pseudocode for some of the Tetris functions, but a lot of the, honestly, most of the work at Tetra Online is done by him, and most of the work in this game is done by me.
Okay.
But we're helping each other out a little bit, and we're kind of bringing them together. So, but I have to put some extra time into Tetra Online right now because we need to get the
alpha out.
The alpha out, yeah. And there's a couple of things that need to be finished before we start releasing that. So we're gonna pour some hours into there. We want to get rooms stable, and they're pretty stable now. I probably want to look at the rating algorithm. It was a bit flawed last time we checked it. And of course, making the UI a little more, like, better, I guess is the best word to use.
Oh, okay.
I keep seeing you go for SRS.
Yeah, I keep go. I feel bad. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not playing that. Okay, let's see here. Let me refresh. I did notice some performance issues right there. I think I'll play a couple. Oh, it's 9:12 already. What happened? All right, so I actually have a. I do have a match against Iljane later tonight at 10 o'clock for at Salty Cup S League. So I'll probably hard stop at like 9:30 ish for this.
Yep.
So that I can warm up for that. Yeah. Let me know what you want me to try on stream. Okay.
You want to try sprint? Just to see how that feels.
Okay. Sure. Honestly, Tetra X is a really fun mode. Guideline sprint. Okay. Oops. Okay. Well, it doesn't even matter if I do like a bunch of singles because it's not counting the line clear delay, right? Is what you said. Okay, let me. Something does.
Even if it's just for a split second, it's still.
But could you imagine how like excruciatingly long a sprint game would be if you're going all singles with all this line clear delay?
Probably a little bit for sure.
I felt like that was pretty good. What was that? 20? Hey! Let me add my... I'm gonna tweet this. Sub 21. I got a new record, you guys. Sub 21.
Sub 21, but in this game, so does it really count?
It counts.
It counts? Oh, it counts now.
I think I can go. I think I can get a sub 20 and tweet it. Nobody needs to know that this...
The way the timer works?
Yeah.
Go for sub 0, man.
Okay, how is that even possible?
Well, you just gotta play faster than the game starts.
Oh.
I do it like in my sleep, so I'm not like... Oh, how do I do this again? Alright, here we go.
Ah, damn. I do miss Job quite a bit, though. This seems like a really good training tool.
Now, this does have the standard 0.1 seconds between pieces.
Oh, does it? Okay. Like spawn delay? Entry delay? Okay.
There is this 6 frames, but since it's not round frames, it's just, we'll just say it's 100 milliseconds between each piece. Now, there is something that is... I don't know how many other Tetris games have this, but it's something I'm calling auto shift preload. And what happens is, if you press a movement key at any point during either of the delays, it will charge the DAS instantly. The DAS instantly.
Repeat what you just said.
So, if you during entry or line clear delay, if you press left or right, the DAS gets instantly charged.
Ooh, okay, that's pretty cool.
It's toggleable, but it's on by default. It's kind of like an initial system for auto shifting. It was present in header.js. I thought it made the game feel at least a lot better in my opinion, so I thought I'd have it as an option in this one.
Okay.
Also, guideline modes don't let you spawn with SD or O as your first piece. Just to kind of reduce that annoyance.
Yeah, because chances are you're gonna be restarting the game anyways. Damn. Oops. What happens if you quick restart a lot? What do you mean?
Spamming the restart key, probably the sound would break. Last time we checked, that's what happened.
If you hold it, it doesn't repeat it.
Spam
Yeah,
it, yeah.
you have to
I don't know
actually
if the
type,
sound's
press.
gonna break on it. It might break the audio. There was a problem that Ryan pointed out very, much more kindly than I deserved, is that I left in a debug bit of code that would run the generator thousands of times every time the game started, because I was trying to stat the generators.
Uh-huh.
So if you spam restart, it would just completely destroy the memory of the game. It got fixed, but I deserve to be called an idiot for that one, I'll be honest.
Okay.
I am so bad at sprint. If you want my...
I think the entry delays are throwing me off.
Yeah, they might. It is based on like official games. Like I said, there will probably be settings to turn them off if you really don't like them. Because Tetra Online has no entry delay, just clear delay. Just like how Tetra's Friends had it.
Yeah, too many mess drops. Blink. Okay, never mind. I did it on Tetra.js Enhanced. Okay, I think I want to end the stream on a couple more of the Tetra X mode. My favorite mode.
Alright. Now, standard is, by the way, in case you're curious about it, it's just basically kind of like Marathon.
No. Performance issues. There's something. What's the secret code to fix? You have to enter retro mode console. Then you go back out into Tetra X mode, and it's so smooth. Oh,
really
not even kidding, dude. There's it does something. It.
Are you sure it's not a placebo?
I didn't even play that time. I did not even play that time. Something feels different. Like, okay, I don't know. I don't know why that happens.
I'm working on performance. It's tricky.
The Tetra's the ultimate callback, pretty much. Is there anything else you want me to like demonstrate on stream? Since there's about 10 minutes left of the Q&A, and yeah,
There's
you
a
guys
couple
keep
of
your questions
interesting
coming.
things
Yep. What's up?
that are quality of life. There is an indicator for when you run out of. So you know when you only have 15 moves in guideline modes, and then
Oh yeah, and then it locks
it
it, right?
force locks the
Yeah.
moves.
Uh huh.
All right. You can actually demonstrate something I put into the game. It's just kind of a little thing.
Okay.
Next time you die on here, just jump into a marathon, stack up a little bit, and then force the movements to run out. But make sure your piece is like in the air when you do it, so it doesn't lock down. And you'll see what happens.
Okay. I probably heard 5 of those words, so you're gonna have to say it again later.
That's fine. I was asked about my thing about Tetra Ultimate, and it's not really acceptable of a game that was officially licensed. There was no quality control on that one.
I mean, I was a beta tester for that. And I told them it was not ready. They pushed it out anyways.
I don't know what Smart Play was thinking there. It was just...
It just made their... Yeah, it made their company look bad. Oh! Mistakes were made. Okay, you told me to test something that you implemented for this. Okay.
So you just jump into a quick game with just regular marathon, like that.
Oh, regular marathon. Okay.
And then select like, well, not select. Sorry, stack up like to like the middle of the board or something, and then place a piece on the edge and move it left and right on it, and then like keep it in the air when the moves run out. You see at the bottom there's dots to indicate how many you have left.
And what did it just do?
You may notice there's a line appearing. So place that one and try it on like on top of like that L or J piece.
Oh, like try to kick it back
edge.
up a bunch, or
yeah, something like that. Just try to like run out the moves without locking the piece forcefully.
oh, and then it locks it. Okay, cool. So you can see how many rotations you have remaining.
It gets even more interesting if you do it and you don't lock the piece immediately. Something else appears on the screen.
Something else appears on the screen. Okay, let's see.
And it's a red line. You may have seen it.
I mean, I saw the red line at the bottom. It's not related to that.
A different red line appears in the middle of the board.
How do we activate the red line?
You just have to run out moves without forcefully locking the piece down, if that makes sense, and keep it in the air.
But I have. Isn't that what I'm doing right now? Though? Like
you had one. It was just there.
Okay.
Look, you try it again one more time. It's so hard to explain how to do it. But basically, if you can run the moves out by locking the piece, it shows a line for where the piece needs to cross to get your moves back.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen it yet, or has it shown up on the screen and I didn't notice?
It has shown up.
Okay, okay.
Everyone else is saying they've seen it. So I think the demonstration was successful-ish, but...
But now I want to see it, so... Okay. So... Okay, let me...
The layering might be off, because it might be appearing behind the blocks, but if you...
Oops, okay, hang on. I messed up, alright. Oh yeah, I saw it. Okay, I saw it that time. So what? It has to cross that line, and then it will reset my movements all over. Is that what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. So the way the 15 reset rule works, the piece has to fall to its lowest point to get the moves back.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that I don't think any game has that at all.
So there's a visual indicator for it in this game.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Anything else that there is? Since we got like 5 minutes. We've seen most of everything the game has to offer. So there's still work to be done. Obviously, gotta look at the performance is sometimes good and sometimes bad. It seems, at least in your experience.
But then again, I am using the high refresh rate monitor, so
yeah, but it should be built for that.
Okay.
So I don't want to just like put excuses down, but like I said, in my testing, I haven't had issues. That's the troubling part. Is that I have to get a lot of people to test it, and I gotta pinpoint where these problems happen.
Okay. Well, whenever you need a high refresh rate monitor test, let me know.
I mean, if you're busy, I don't want to like take your time away from you, but
no, it's probably a game that I will be playing anyways.
if you come up across anything, you gotta let me know, because I need to know bugs when they happen.
For sure.
Someone just check out Ultra mode. It is just Ultra from regular guideline. It's the one that we haven't seen, also standard, which is just like a marathon for this. There's not really much to see on it, honestly. It's just a 2-minute timer score. So,
Oops.
Ultra's like, kind of like that niche mode nobody plays, but it's there.
Yeah, I like Ultra mode. I played a lot on PPT just for warm up. Oh crap. Okay. Last game. I win my match tonight, I'm using this as my training tool from now on. Before every single match. I'm not kidding. I'm on a freaking like a 5-game losing streak.
Which game are you playing? Which one?
Puyo Tetris.
I don't catch it.
PPT. It's for Salty Cup League.
So it does have the entry delay, but the shift in initial systems might.
Yeah, it feels different for sure than this, and it's also not 20G gravity, so I need to warm up later. What's your highest score in this, by the way?
Highest score in this particular mode?
Or the furthest you've gotten on Tetra X.
So for this one, I just finished these curves like 2 hours ago.
right before this. Okay.
There were different curves originally. Originally, it was horrible. Alright, because the next piece is secured, like I mentioned earlier, and it's really not fun.
Okay.
As I thought it would be. It's just not an enjoyable experience, not being able to play. So, I did correct the curves a bit. And originally it was only to 100 lines. I switched to 200 lines and made it a little more difficult. As for me, I didn't get to test it.
Okay.
Much. So that's why you're testing it for me.
Yeah, nice. I'm the first person to try this with these settings.
I don't know if you're the first. I think people might have jumped in before you, but they'll be too excited.
Aw. Ruined the entire Q&A. What's up?
Oh no, I was saying I don't know how it will feel with Test Arrest. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get the right in eventually. I need to finish a little bit more code for the menu system to get the selection for that.
Dr. Blink, I lost my Salty Cup matches, but I remember how to have fun playing Tetris. Nice, nice. Hey, I'm having fun right now. Alright, so, do you have any closing comments? Definitely plug your Discord into the Twitch chat right now.
Sure.
Make sure you guys join. Support his project as well as the other project he's working with mine, which is Tetra Online.
Grab that.
And yeah, if you have any closing comments or things you want to say to the community.
So I would like to get this game, kind of on the ball, but I do have college and such, so it's gonna be a bit of a time struggle sometimes.
I mean, even in its current state, it's very playable.
It's playable. There's not, for example, the menu still needs some work. It's not clear how to reset the game and how to get back to the menu.
Okay.
For example, and obviously there's more modes I want to add. I also kind of want to get the override settings in for a couple things, like disabling delays and as like some other modification options. And actually get a TDM mode finished will be a big plan for this game. Because I try to do it with Tetra.js, but the code base is too frustrating to work with to get the actual cool system working. So.
Oh, that's right. I
couldn't get that to work. And Tetra.js is gonna be indefinitely no longer probably updated. It's also an open source game. This is someone else can pick it up. They really want to look at that mess.
Or they could use your base, which is not a mess and also open source.
Maybe they probably should wait till I look at the performance issues I've been seeing tonight. I wish I had hardware to test it. Well.
You do, mine. I'd be willing to help test this game.
Sure, here, yeah, but
locally, you mean?
I'll have to tell you how to send me performance reports. It's pretty easy. I showed you how to use the dev tools earlier.
Yeah, I'd be down.
But anyways, yeah, so you got a match to play, and if you lose this time, I'm gonna be very, very upset with you.
Hey, if I lose, I'm gonna be upset too, but...
A lot of pressure.
I'm on a pretty bad losing streak right now. It happens, it happens. But yeah, so, thanks so much for joining me on the Q&A, and thanks for showing us your awesome game that you've been working on and giving us sort of like a glimpse of just your personality and joining like on the call and just how you speak and a little bit of background behind the just being a person who created a game.
Right, yeah, I really appreciate your having me, by the way. It's honestly just been like a really great experience being able to just kind of chat and then kind of show it off.
For sure.
There's, hopefully, next time I talk about this, whether it be on my own stream, maybe if you want to do another one like a year later or something.
Oh, I'm down.
A lot more.
I am down.
A lot more. Because, there's still a lot more to work with, a lot more to do, and I am very excited to work on it, and I'm going to do my best to try to get the stability up. It seems to have these moments where it feels good, and for you it seems like it sometimes just doesn't.
Yeah, sometimes feels good, sometimes doesn't. It's
which is a very strange situation I went through.
Yeah, that sucks when like everything's working fine locally for you, and then as soon as someone else gets their hands on it, there's stuff going wrong, but you're not really sure what it is because it was working fine for you. Yeah, definitely feeling the job. Yeah, the life of the struggles of a programmer, right? Right, mine. All right, so that'll do it for the Q&A part of the Tetra Legends. One last thing I never asked, but what made you come up with the game name Tetra Legends? So what made you decide let's call it Tetra Legends?
Okay, so first, I couldn't use the word Tetris in the name. I think that's the easiest way to kind of get the game to disappear. So, I dealt with trying to think of like a kind of synonym. So Tetra was kind of a good one, and I just kind of liked the way it sounded. I was thinking of like different.
It does have that epicness to it.
There's a lot of work to be done, I mean, I know you said the game is great so far, and I really appreciate that comment, but I still think there's still a lot more that needs to be done regarding just the whole thing.
Nice.
But,
Looking forward to
seeing
seeing
a great
those.
start.
For sure. Especially since you coded this from scratch.
This is from scratch. The only thing I've used was a library for the sound.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is vanilla JavaScript, so no Pixie, there is no React. It's all pure vanilla, so it's a bit tricky. It makes you want to just go, ugh, do I just want to switch to like a library?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how easy that would be.
What made you decide to like not use any of the libraries and just from scratch?
I felt like the control is something I wanted to have. For future projects, I may consider looking for something like that.
Okay.
It's been a fun experience, but I have to look into the performance right now because for some people it's fine, and for others we're having problems.
Oh, okay. It's good to know that it's not just it's good to know it's not just me. Like other people are running into performance issues too.
Someone I had earlier load the game, it didn't actually load the first time, so they refreshed it once. So that's a little bit mess.
Alright, Dr. Ocelot, I'm gonna go ahead and practice for the match coming up in 24 minutes. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks for answering all the questions from...
thank you for your time.
Not just myself, but from Twitch chat as well, and questions coming in from the community about your game. And yeah, we're looking forward to seeing... I know you mentioned that you have school coming up and real life and all that stuff, but it's gonna be interesting to see what updates you come up with in the future for this, as well as for Tetra Online.
And I thank you for your time as well. And if you lose this time, you might as well just resign. I'll take your channel over and your Discord account and give me that. I'll do a new link because I.
All right, You can expect the PM later with all those details.
Oh, great, awesome. All right,
Okay.
thank you.
All right, have a good one, man. Take care.
You too, thank you.
See ya. Pretty cool, pretty cool.